Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Mr. V. I'd like to welcome you to another exciting school year and the start of your chemistry class. I'm really looking forward to working with you one-on-one in the class as well as through a series of videos where you will receive much of your instruction. Right away, you are probably already seeing the significant differences between this class and the traditional classroom methods that you have been used to in your other courses. Welcome to this Flippin class. In 2011, Salman Khan of Khan Academy spoke to a TED.com audience on the benefits of online video instruction and has since revolutionized how classroom instruction is presented. His talk, entitled "Let's Use Video to Reinvent Education," discusses how he began by tutoring his cousins and sharing with them videos he made and posted on YouTube. Khan addresses the positive aspects of learning at home in a model we call a flipped class. Let's listen to a short clip from this speech.
But I was excited, so I kept going. And then other things started to dawn on me. That not only would it help my cousins right now, or these people who were sending letters, but it could maybe that this content will never go old, that it could help their kids or their grandkids. If Isaac Newton had done YouTube videos on calculus, I wouldn't have to. Assuming he was good. We don't know. The other thing that happened, and even at this point, I said, okay, maybe it's a good supplement, it's good for motivated students, it's good for maybe homeschoolers, but I didn't think it would be something that would somehow penetrate the classroom. But then I started getting letters from teachers. And the teachers would write saying, we've used your videos to flip the classroom. You've given the lectures. So now what we do, and this could actually happen in every classroom in America tomorrow, what I do is I assign the lectures for homework, and what used to be homework, I now have the students doing in the classroom. And I want to pause here for I want to pause here for a second because there's a couple of interesting things. One, when those teachers are doing that, there's the obvious benefit. There's the benefit that now their students can enjoy the videos in the way that my cousins did. They can pause, repeat at their own pace, at their own time. But the more interesting thing, and this is the unintuitive thing when you talk about technology in the classroom, by removing the one-size-fits-all lecture from the classroom and letting students have a self-paced lecture at home, and then when you go to the classroom, letting them do work, having the teacher walk around, having the peers actually be able to interact with each other, these teachers have used technology to humanize the classroom. They took a fundamentally dehumanizing experience, a bunch of 30 kids with their fingers on their lips, not allowed to interact with each other. A teacher, no matter how good, has to give this kind of one-size-fits-all lecture to 30 students, blank faces, slightly antagonistic, and now it's a human experience. Now they're actually interacting with each other.
Just from that short clip, you really get a feel for the flexibility and customization that a flipped class offers. That is why, for the last few years, I have been progressing towards a flipped class and have been perfecting this model of instruction. It is my hope and truly my belief that this is a class model of the near future, and you will begin to see aspects of a flipped class in many more of your courses. Another pioneer in the flipped class community is actually a high school chemistry teacher in Colorado named Aaron Sams. He has really led the way to integrating these ideas in his own class, and in turn has inspired many, myself included, to embrace this approach to student learning. He, along with his colleague Jonathan Bergman, will be two of your teachers this year as well. Let's take a couple of minutes and hear from Sams on his process and philosophy towards a flipped class in a video presented by the Apollo Education Group of Phoenix, Arizona.
I'm Aaron Sams. We're here in Woodland Park, Colorado at Woodland Park High School. Flipped learning, I think, on a really basic level is taking what has traditionally been given in a lecture in terms of direct instruction and shifting that out of the class time, and then using that recuperated time more wisely, more valuably to really meet the individual learning needs of students. The way I got started doing this is I just started recording my lessons live for my students who were missing class and posting those online for them as a resource. They get to access it when they want to, and that could be at 10 o'clock at night, it could be 6 o'clock in the morning, it could be on the bus to the soccer game. They have control of that. Students would watch those before they came to class, and then class time was work time, engaging in some higher order thinking, and so we didn't have to use our class time for direct instruction, we could shift that out of the class.
There's a site where we go to and we watch our podcast, and it has like all the units.
And during the class period, we're doing labs and applying the skills that we learned at home.
I wish more people would do the flipped classroom. I think it definitely works for every speed of learner.
If a student is a fast learner, they can go through the material as quickly as they want. The slower learners, the students who struggle, they have control of the rate at which they learn the material. So they can pause the teacher, they can rewind the teacher, they can view it multiple times if they need to. If everyone's not doing the same thing at the same time on the same day, my class looks a little chaotic. It looks like a three-ring circus of learning is what I call it. I also give them the option, if they don't want to take my test, to demonstrate their understanding some other way. So I have students making video games, writing comic books, creating art projects. So yeah, the sky's the limit. Whatever they want to do, as long as they can prove to me that they get it, that they're learning, that they understand these things, and it's good enough for me. There's a school in Michigan that has adopted this instructional model for all of their core classes. What they're seeing there is that their failure rates have gone from like in the 40% down to single digits. So that's pretty remarkable there. One of the concerns that educators are really wrestling with these days is the fact that we are preparing our students for jobs that don't exist yet. And I really see flipped learning as a tool that teachers can leverage to help students learn to think, learn to access information when they need it, and to be able to process it in a meaningful way. So I might not be training my kids for a specific job, but I'm giving them the tools, the ability to think and the process and the problem solve that they will need for whatever they end up doing.
So by now, you are probably really starting to get an idea of how this class will run and why I have chosen to take this approach. Much of the instruction provided in this class will be through the use of online videos that have been created by me or by others. This will free up valuable class time for us to engage in other important activities, labs, and analysis. Be very careful though as you progress through this class, because failing to watch the videos will definitely have a negative outcome on your success, as chemistry is a course that builds from concept to concept. Also, poor time management in this class may result in falling behind or not completing all required materials. I am confident that you will be successful this year and will also be engaged while learning. I am extremely excited to see the great things that will be happening in this class and getting the opportunity to work with each of you. Welcome to the Amazing Chemistry Show. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.